Hi and welcome. In this video I'm going to provide an overview of how to crawl a website using Raptor's web crawler. Now you will have to have already added a project and a site to the web crawler, which you typically do as part of the sign up process and getting started. So when you log in, you'll come to the project screen. From here you just need to go into a project. From the project itself, you'll be able to, and you'll quickly see that there's a number of options for crawling. If you have multiple main sites, you can crawl them all at once by clicking the Crawl All Main Sites button. You can crawl an individual site by clicking the Crawl button for that site. And if you have lots of competitors or more than one competitor, you can click the Crawl All Competitors button at the bottom. Or if you just want to crawl absolutely everything in the project, click the Crawl All Sites in Project button. Now, if you click a crawl, this will take you through to the crawling page. The process that we go through for crawling a website is pretty simple. We look at the robots.txt file. We look for a link to the XML sitemap, as well as for any rules that may be within the robots.txt. If we don't find a sitemap, we look in a number of common locations, such as / sitemap.xml, as well as a few others. You can specify sitemaps within the site settings. If we don't find a sitemap, we'll just carry on crawling from the home page. Every single link that we find within the sitemap is added to the crawl queue, and then once we've finished crawling and scraping sitemap data, we will actually begin crawling all of the web pages on your site. Any new links that we find will be added to the crawl queue and crawled during the website crawl process. You can see here that the website crawling site is in progress. And as we find new pages and add those to the crawl queue, sometimes this will jump back to a lower percentage. At the top there table, we provide a summary of this information, so the number of URLs that we found, the number of URLs that we've crawled, the time that we've spent crawling so far, the average load time of pages in seconds, the percent complete we are. We specify the site URL that we're crawling and the site name that has been given within the software itself. Also on this page we show a breakdown of the different file types, so whether they're HTML pages, images, JavaScript files, CSS and so forth. And we also show the response codes that these pages are returning, so whether they're 200 or 300 or 400 or 500 response codes. And if you hover over any particular line or chart, you'll be able to see a bit more information about that from here. If you want to pause a crawl at any point, you can just click the pause crawl button, and that will change to restart crawl, and you can restart a crawl again at any point that you want. So obviously you need to have added a project and a site in order to crawl it. So if you haven't done so already, that would be the first step in this process. But once you've done that, it's very, very easy to crawl a project or a site. If we were to go to the, you can see that here that the crawl has just finished. Once the crawl has finished, you'll have a few options. So you can look at past crawls for this particular site, and you can also go to the reporting page or the audit page. Once we've crawled a website, we perform the analysis immediately. So as soon as it's finished and it's redirected, you should be able to go straight through to the auditing page or the reporting page and see any analysis that we've got. You'll also find a summary of the reporting here. Now if you go to a project and you crawl multiple sites, such as this, and then and we crawl another site here, you can click on the active crawls page, and this will just show you any of the crawls that are running at any one time, and also breaks down some of this information for you. So the total number of URLs that we found across all of the sites being crawled, the total number of URLs being crawled, that have been crawled, sorry, the percentage complete. We also provide some information about usage here, so the remaining allowance that you have of your usage. We show usage at the top of the page in our usage banner here, and you'll see that as you crawl more pages, this decreases, and this is based on your current billing period. Here we show some more information about usage. Obviously I have such a high amount of usage, it's millions of URLs, that the URLs used aren't going to show up very easily here because they're in the hundreds. We have a chart here that shows for the crawls that are active the number of URLs that we have remaining versus crawled, and really this page here is only useful for you if you're crawling multiple sites at the same time and you want to see the progress of these. If you click on the particular site, you'll go through to the crawl data for that particular crawl, and you can see again here the stages that we're at during this crawl. So there we go. It couldn't be easier to crawl a website with Raptor. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching.